Welcome to the second video on backup playing using bar chords. In the first video, we talked about the F shape and the flat bar, which is the G shape because that's what your nut is in. It's in a flat bar. And we use those chords to go up the neck playing Blueridge Cabin Home. The G chord for the F shape would be here. Ring fingers on the 5th fret of the 4th string. The F shape, if you bring it up to the 10th fret, that is your ring fingers on the 10th fret of the 4th string. That's a C chord. 12th fret was a D. And we talked about using those, combining them with the flat bar, which you can find on your 5th fret, gives you a C chord. 7th fret gives you a D. And of course, 12th fret, you're back to G again. That's as far as we went. And we used a couple of different finger picking techniques. We started off with a simple, which I call the boom chuck or pinch. And then we added the square roll to it. If you're not familiar with those, go back and check out the first video. This video, we're going to introduce the D shape bar, which is here. And I'm going to give you some examples of how to fit that into Blueridge Cabin Home also, which was our example song. Because it goes G, C, D, G, straight ahead. 2 bars of G, 2 bars of C, 2 bars of D, 2 bars of G, all the way through the song. No difference verse and chorus. However, these techniques can be used for thousands of other songs that are in the key of G. We're going to start here. This is a F shape at the 5th fret of the 4th string, which is a G chord. I think a good place to start. Then we're going to do a C bar. But instead of taking the easy road, going up to the 7th fret with the same bar, right? We're going to try to get down here to this D chord. So we get practice going from this shape, the F shape, to the bar shape, to the D shape, and then back to the F shape. So it may not be the most efficient way of doing it, but it'll work musically and it'll give your fingers a good workout. So let's talk about the finger picking techniques I'm using here, particularly what single string am I hitting first. We talked about this in the last video, but on your G chord here, you want to hit the 4th string as your first single string note, and then go to the 3rd string. If you want the root to be the first note. Typically we do, but not always. So I'm going to go 4th string, pinch, 3rd string, pinch, and then my roll will also do the same thing. 4, 2, 5, 1, 3, 2, 5, 1. When I go to this bar shape, I'm going to reverse those single strings and start with the 3rd string. Why is that? Because the 3rd string in this shape is always going to be the root. Now when I go to the D shape, there's a bit of a problem. Because the root in this shape is neither here nor there. It's neither the 4th string nor the 3rd string. It is actually the 2nd string. That's your D note for a full D chord. So you could use another roll to get to that, but if we're going to stick with the boom chuck square roll, we're just going to have to leave out the root, which is okay. There should be other instruments in the band that are playing the root, particularly the bass player probably, but also the guitar player perhaps. So you're okay leaving out the root for this. What I typically do is to hit the 3rd string. Then I go to the 4th string. Sometimes I'll hit the 4th string as the first note, if it happens to cover the melody of the song. But we're not interested too much in melody on this yet. We're just interested in getting a strong rhythmic backup. So we're going to play our D like this. Sometimes you'll see me take my ring finger off so you can kind of see what's going on there. But I can leave leave it on too. Probably the toughest part of the D shape is getting your ring finger to not touch the third string and make it buzz like that. It takes a little bit of work to get that curl in. If you want to move it out of the way while you play, you could do that. So let's talk about this D shape here with the boom chuck and the roll. So it's going to be like this. Third string, pinch, fourth string, pinch, 3, 2, 5, 1, 4, 2, 5, 1. Just listen to what it sounds like here, going D to G with just the boom chuck. Nice resolution there. Let's try it in the song now. Blueridge Cabin Home. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Practice those changes and get familiar with where they are, able to switch to them quickly, and try them in other songs. Another place where you will often see the G is up here. And this has your ring finger at the 9th fret, and you're doing the D shape. This is actually a G chord, the full chord. You may not recognize the full bar, but you've probably seen these two fingers here used in songs. In fact, I covered these in my earlier videos on the easiest chords, 2-finger chords going up the neck. And Earl Scruggs used this quite a lot when he would play breaks up the neck. You might have heard that before. We worked on that one in a recent video as well. So we could start off our backup up here if we wanted to. We'd begin by striking the 3rd string, followed by the 4th string. Let's try Blueridge Cabin Home up here. And we'll go to C right here. We'll switch to an F shape and go 1 fret higher up the neck to the 10th fret, ring finger. And then for the D, we'll go to the 12th fret and we'll keep the same shape. Now this is kind of cool because you can actually keep these, the ring finger and the pinky, you can keep them down on the strings the whole time. All you have to do is you have to switch these fingers from here to there. And you can switch back when you go back to the G. Let's give it a shot. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you wanted to do the partial chord of these and play backup, what you would do is just take these 2 fingers here, or these 2 notes here from the D shape, G chord, all right? Remove these 2 fingers and then replace these fingers either with those 2, or some people use these 2, doesn't matter. But this way you're only doing, you're only pressing on 2 strings, which is okay if you want to do like a forward roll. I could just go. So there you got a really nice roll pattern. It's not as rhythmically choppy as the boom chuck is, but if you've got a strong mandolin player or a strong backbeat presence already, that's a nice complement to it. So have fun with this D shape and learn it in all its configurations. The full bar, maybe the 3-fingered version of it, and the 2-fingered version. In the next video we can talk about switching the finger picking patterns in order to make some interesting rolls and syncopations using these simple chord shapes, the F, the G, and the D shapes. We'll see you then.